Starting with the blue corner, Josh Loftis.
Well, Frank Trigg, we've got Josh Loftis walking to the cage first. Featherweight action, fighting out of Torrance, California. American Free Fighting Academy. Trains with a familiar face, Tony Frickland, who's going to be cornering tonight. Josh comes in with an 0-1 record, lost his amateur debut, trying to get it right tonight. How do you rebound from an early loss in your career like that, Frank?
I actually talked to Tony a little bit before this, and I saw him passing through. And Tony was like, it's one of the things that both of us had to do when we had losses. You got to learn quickly how to let it go. What's in the past, mistake you made, you learn from it, you improve on it, and you move on to the next stage. Because it's amateur, it's not going to ruin his career like it did for us when we got our first big loss. It cost us money, whatever. He's got a situation now with Josh where he's got the ability now to step through and kind of get through this loss. And Tony said he's kind of let it go. He's able to improve, and he's gotten a lot better in the area that he lost on the first time. He's able to improve upon the second time. But we'll only know at the end of the fight if it's actually happened.
Always fun to see a fighter in their second effort, see what lessons they learn. Josh Loftis has been training for about a year. His goal is to be the best. Always, set him high. Set him high. If you're going to do it right. Says he looks up to John Jones. I think everybody looks up to John Jones right now, but he says he does it not for the skills, not for the talent, but because that's a brother in Christ. So a religious man as well as he steps into the cage.
I had a whole Tebow comment I was trying to work through, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to let this one go, because not happy with Tebow right now.
Got plenty of time for Tebow jokes and all kinds of things later on. You see referee Chris Tione taking a final look at Josh Loftis as he steps into the cage. Taking his time, but we're going to make sure everything's right. Got the interesting do there with the stripe across the head.
See, I thought it was on the other side of the cage from where we're sitting is where he's coming in. I thought he had his head shaved in that fashion. I didn't realize it was a dye job.
It's just a nice stripe. Let's meet Josh Loftis' opponent.
And now the red corner, Jordan Carbone.
Meanwhile, fighting in the red corner, Jordan Carbone, just 18 years old, Frank Trigg. I know these are amateurs. I know they're getting experience, but at 18 years old, I was not ready to strap on gloves and step into a cage fight with another man. I don't know about you.
Well, it's one of the things that's very interesting. Like Joe Daddy Stevenson, the rumor is he started when he was like 16 or 15, and then by the time he was 18, he already had like 30 or 40 fights, you know. And the problem is, on one end, it makes you so much better so much earlier. That's why wrestlers are going to make that big jump so quickly, because we've had so many wrestling matches before we start our first amateur or pro fights. But also, too, it ends your career a lot sooner because you take so much more damage earlier in your life. So it's like, which way do you want to play the game? Hopefully it doesn't take that much damage this young, but also, too, he can rebound so quickly from any kind of damage or heat he takes tonight in the fight.
It's the great part about the sport, how things are developing, guys starting out early. Not like your generation, Frank, where guys were wrestlers or karate guys or jiu-jitsu guys and then had to learn to fight. These guys are learning to fight from a young age.
As I said in the opener, these guys are way better at 18 than I was at 23 or 24 doing the exact same thing, because that's all they do. They're well-rounded in all three aspects of the fight: stand-up, the grappling, and the wrestling.
Well, I'm excited, Frank. It's our first fight of the night, featherweight action. Let's get it started.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next fight of the evening is in the featherweight division. Introducing first in the blue corner, weighing in at 146 pounds with 0 wins and 1 loss, fighting out of Team Frickland and UFC Gym, Torrance, California. He is Josh Loftis. His opponent standing in the red corner, weighing in at 145 pounds with 1 win and no loss, fighting out of Extreme Couture, Las Vegas, Nevada. Here is Jordan Carbone. The ref in charge of the action, Nick Jones.
We've already gone over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Do you have any questions? Touch gloves and go back to your corners.
All right, Frank, so we've got Josh Loftis in the white trunks, Jordan Carbone in the black. 145-pound action to get the night started.
Of course, Jordan is a teammate of mine over at Extreme Couture, so excuse my bias as this fight goes on.
Just get that out of the way right now.
Yeah, I got to put it out there, otherwise I'm going to get reamed later on the internet.
Jordan moved forward very quickly, looked to engage with Josh with an early leg kick. So Jordan Carbone has a nice reach advantage. See if he can utilize that early as he fins off a head kick.
So far, he's planting his feet every time he throws a kick. He's getting inside game. It's allowing Josh to come inside.
Yeah, Chris Superman punch over the top for Josh Loftis, but Jordan Carbone looks like he's okay early.
All Tony Frickling guys are very, very good to stand up. Hands are always a little bit low, but have really good head motion, nice power whenever they throw.
Beautiful knees inside, work for the outside trip. Carbone was able to pull away and remain on his feet. But Josh Loftis keeping that tie clinch and working the right hands. Big punches inside from the tie clinch.
Nice, a lot of those are connecting, they're flush, they're clean.
Frank Trigg, Jordan Carbone is in some trouble early. It looks like he's okay, he's trying to shake it off, but he took a lot of damage there inside.
He's getting his wheel a little bit. Start backing up, stay outside on the distance, and really be honest with you, Josh just needs to keep stepping in like he's doing and keep looking for big punches, not so much big kicks, but big punches. He can get inside real heavy and hard and put this fight down.
45 seconds remaining in the opening round. Jordan Carbone hanging tough, durable fighter moving forward, but Josh Loftis really been active on his feet in the early going. Oh, spinning back fist, throwing the flash out there. Missed with it, but did get a left hand. And now again, working inside. Oh, nice sweep there.
Josh doing a great job of keeping it on the distance, staying right inside his wheelhouse. Jordan's got to get this down to the ground.
Final 10 seconds of the opening round. A little bit of tape coming loose on Josh Loftis' right hand, but we're going to go ahead and finish this round out. Frank Trigg, I'm no judge, but Josh Loftis pretty clearly takes that opening round. What does Jordan Carbone got to do to change the flow?
You know, the problem with Jordan is that he's got the long reach, but he's not using the long reach, and he's planting his feet every time he punches or kicks, which allows Josh to jump inside. Jordan has got to stop moving. That makes sense. He's got to continue his motion every time he throws, and Josh really just needs to pin him up against the cage and keep punching. If I'm in the corner, as we're sitting here taking a look at some of these replays, and really you'll see that a quick back fist, he misses, but he follows through with that quick jab and comes right back to a right hand. He lands most of these punches semi-flush, so you got to start worrying about Jordan in the corner. He's starting to take a lot of damage. It's not super hard hits, but these all add up. You've got to get him moving a lot quicker and get him out of this space and get it down to the ground where his expertise is.
Absolutely. It's interesting with taller fighters like Jordan Carbone, sometimes you got to get used to using that reach and understanding how you can use your body to your advantage. So we've got the opening round going to Josh Loftis, who's in the white trunks tonight. Jordan Carbone out of Extreme Couture in the black. He's going to try to turn things around in round two. Featherweight action. Let's get round two started. And you can hear even the crowd imploring Jordan Carbone to work that reach. Josh Loftis again inside, the front kicks and just unleashing punches against the cage. Carbone shot in for the takedown, but he's the one that ends up on his back. Beautiful toss takedown.
Amazing foot sweep, got in there, went straight across, looking for a nice high
guillotine. For the guillotine choke. Tough to see on that side. Doesn't look like it's a little high on the head, isn't it, Frank?
Yeah, if he hips in a little bit, he'll pop his head out.
Looks like he's trying to readjust, but
look, chin's caught.
He is caught in deep. If he can connect those hands and get the proper angle. Josh Loftis really trying to work hard on that guillotine choke on the left side.
Josh has got to drop to his left hip to tighten that up and drop his shoulder down. You see his left shoulder is way up by his ear. On the camera angle right now, it's tough to see, but that left shoulder is way up by his ear. If he can drop that shoulder down, he could have kept it in.
And now Jordan Carbone, despite being in a choke attempt just seconds ago, this is the best position of the fight for him.
He's got to get past, though. He's playing a hard, heavy guard game.
Side control here for Jordan Carbone. Got an opportunity to take the back with Josh Loftis rolling over.
He's got to get his hook in. It's not quite in there. There it goes. Now he's got to slid in. He's got to lock up and get him stretched out.
What an incredible turn of events here. Jordan Carbone unleashing damage, stepping over with the left hook. Both hooks are now in. A beautiful forward roll. Can he get the choke with 20 seconds remaining in this second round? The left hand is under. Josh Loftis is cut open on the forehead. There's blood everywhere. Maybe coming from that cauliflower ear more than anything. Final 10 seconds of the round. Joshua Loftis having to fight off this choke attempt. that's it. Incredible turn of events there. Back
Fight
and
fans,
forth
you want to
round,
win
lot
some
of fun. Obviously,
prizes
the
from our
best work we've seen
sponsors,
from Jordan
the
Carbone.
Tuff-N-uFF
How do you
booth,
score that one,
doing
Frank
a
Trigg?
raffle.
You know,
Go
that
check
was
them
great.
out.
To
Plus,
be
get
honest with you, the
yourself
beginning
some
half,
Tuff-N-uFF
I
swag,
was in with the
stickers,
Josh
and
Loftis,
more.
and the second
Plus,
half with
don't
the Jordan
forget
Carbone. Now, if I'm a
DVDs
judge,
of
I'm going to go off
tonight's
of
show
who had
just
more
minutes
control, who had the game, and
after
really
the
on the
event.
feet. Obviously, Josh Loftis wins,
Enter
but
that
then also on the
raffle,
ground, the
win some
deciding
sweet
factor
prizes
is going to be Jordan
from
Carbone. But
tons of
remember,
our sponsors tonight.
Josh had the takedown. It got
Welcome to
swept, so
Tuff-N-uFF,
how the
Black
judge is going
Belt
to see this
TV
going,
live.
how they're going to swing this, and it's going to be very difficult as a judge to figure out which way you're going to go. Of course, I'm biased, so I'm going to give it on my scorecard. I'm going to give it to Jordan Carbone because that's what I'm going to do.
It's tough to say like who was closer to finishing the fight because both those chokes were in. I wonder, it looked like that blood was coming mainly from the ear, the cauliflower ear that busted open, but you never know. Judges kind of look at that blood. Maybe they look at damage.
Blood is a deciding factor. They do call it a damage. It could be from a cut you've already had. It's reopened. Doesn't make a difference. You bleed. The judges need something to make a deciding factor. They'll use whatever they can use. The blood's it. That's what they'll use.
All right, I'm going to go with this fight as even going into the third and final round. Josh Loftis could be up 2 rounds to none. But this fight could very well hang in the balance in the third round. Jordan Carbone, all the momentum heading into round 3. Let's see how it plays out here in the third and final round. Jordan Carbone going to the kick, maybe finally using that reach to his advantage as he's pawing out the jab. Loftis, who was very aggressive in the opening 2 rounds, moving forward with reckless abandon, a little more hesitant this time. Carbone, the one that gets the tie clinch. We can't do any damage, I should say. Technical striking battle here in the opening 30 seconds. Oh, nice fake over the top, onto the back.
Oh, he had it. He let go. Good job by Josh Loftis, though, to keep maneuvering, keep changing, and never stopping in the fight.
It looked like Josh Loftis briefly had a guillotine choke from top position, let it go, but he's still in a nice position on the top. So Carbone settles on his back at full guard, gets the left leg up high, trying to set up the triangle choke.
Okay, now here, Jordan's really good with his triangle choke. Even with the hands locked, he still has this thing locked in tight. He's got to get his hips up, pushed up in the air, and Josh Loftis has got to pull that hip back down.
See him grabbing the left leg there, trying to prevent the escape. Carbone definitely in control. Loftis in a lot of trouble, going to try to reach out. Gets it out. Now, can he switch it to an arm bar?
He's got the arm caught. He's going to set up for a Numaplata.
Beautiful transitions for Jordan Carbone, who has turned this fight around. Less than 30 seconds remaining in the third and final round. This is anybody's fight with just seconds remaining. Trying to set up.
I'm sorry, Josh has got to get his head up. He's got to get him split out of his position. He's got to battle back to his feet.
Onto the back, another beautiful forward roll.
Jeez, what a great position. And keeping underneath, keeping behind the arms, keeping the hooks in.
And Josh Loftis, obviously you can see he's just trying to hang on, defend well. The round is going to end there. Frank Trigg, third and final round. I've got to think it's Jordan Carbone. He was the one that was in control, really didn't take much damage on the feet, had that beautiful transition. So rounds 1 and round 3 very clear as we watch the replay here of the action in the final round.
See, that was the big deciding factor. You see right there, that big right hand that came over the top by Loftis, and it missed completely because Jordan finally moved his head. When he got his head moved, he gets inside, he had back position, gets reversed, he struggled a little bit, he finally got back on top. That's one of the situations you have to pay attention to as an amateur. You can't throw big haymakers and have him miss without having control if you miss. Bringing it back inside and holding on because he ended up getting thrown by and getting taken down. He did reverse himself out of there, Josh did, but it still was a bad position.
Great fight, though. I'll tell you what, all credit to Jordan Carbone. It was just getting worked over in the opening round, but dug deep, found a way to take control of the third for sure, and I think the second as well. But, I mean, really, you're not going to be able to call this one a robbery no matter which way it goes. This thing is really up in the air, so I'm really going to be interested to see how the judges scored it. Rounds 1 and rounds 3 have to be clear. It's all going to come down to how you saw that second round. And we're going to find that out now. Let's take it up to Justin Bernard to get our official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about another hand for these two warriors here tonight? After 3 rounds of absolute combat, your winner by split decision, the blue corner, Josh Loftis.
Well, you hear the boos. We said it was going to be close. Judges end up going with Josh Loftis. I had it for Jordan Carbone, as one judge did, but either way, it was a heck of a way to start our night. I've got blood on my notes down here already in the first fight, so you know that's going to be a good night of fights. Stay tuned. We'll be back at South Point Arena in Las Vegas for more of Tuff-N-uFF, the future stars of mixed martial arts.